Hello and welcome to the Narrowboat experience. Today we have a very exciting journey from Cookley on the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal towards Kidderminster. There's a grand total of 3 locks, which Anna Marie is just off to set the first one now. Come and join us. Enjoy the journey.
The lock shuffle, where you are in like a lock of 4 boats, in a line of 4 boats, and then one person shuffles into the lock and everybody shuffles up. And not one boat managed to hit another boat.
I nearly hit a boat coming through because it's quite narrow when you come out of the lock, and then there's this intimidating queue of boats all pulled up at the side watching you eagle-eyed.
Yeah, we were quite lucky. We were the only boat coming down. It was very lucky for us.
We were coming. Everybody is leaving Kidderminster.
We don't know why, but everybody's leaving Kidderminster today. This boat approaching us through the Narrows is actually just going to go join the lock queue. Lucky guy. It makes the people on the end of the queue feel better.
Yeah, because they're not in the end anymore.
You can pass here, but then it gets narrow. And I'm just a little bit concerned because last time I didn't get off the boat and act all crazy on the towpath phoning Kath, we encountered a boat. So this time I'm a little bit concerned that I didn't remember to walk.
But I don't have my phone anyway because the battery's dead.
The Narrowboat experience thwarted by technology.
Get the walkie-talkies out.
This is why we never leave early. That is another 3 boats heading towards Debdale Lock. All we have done is leave Debdale Lock with a queue of 4 boats and pass another 3 boats.
They must have all been moored along this long pound between the 2 locks, because otherwise they would have been queuing at the previous lock.
Yeah, true.
But there's not much room between the boats. Like the middle boat was almost tied on to the boat in front.
Holidaying together. It's 10:20, so it's not that early.
Well, 10 o'clock is probably prime takeoff time, isn't it?
Yeah, you have your cup of tea.
I mean, not when you're on a Hopkins holiday.
get to Bridge 21, you have finished the Narrows, and your wife can stop panicking and yelling things like, "Is that a boat?" Because it isn't. And we encountered nobody.
Is that a boat?
It's never comforting to see a landslide.
No.
It's never comforting next to the Narrows to see a landslide. But, you know, there are tiny little laminate posters up to tell you of the landslide, so I think everything's under control.
I think it's probably worth in winter, if you're going to travel along this section, making sure you check the stoppages before you move, just in case there's been another landslide.
Speaking of CRT, here they come.
We're now at Wolverley Lock, where there is the Lock pub on one side and a lovely little cafe on the other side. We haven't tried either, but they were recommended to us by somebody who has watched the videos and commented to let us know that we should stop here. Handily, just behind me, is a 48-hour visitor mooring. So if we had time and weren't in a desperate rush to get to Kidderminster, we would definitely stop here and have a hot drink and a snack.
Kidding. Even counting London, this is the busiest day we've ever had.
And it's not even the school holidays.
It's always busier the week before the school holidays and the week after, in my opinion.
I think that possibly, maybe, what day? No, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Maybe we're on turnaround day for something.
Yeah. I think we're on leaving Stour Port Day. So you pick up your boat maybe on Sunday or Friday, probably Sunday, and then you get here by Tuesday, because the hire boater I met had left Stour Port.
Blow with it, because
we don't mind.
No, it's just
we can just
surprising.
pull over and hover. It's just weird. We've got Wollescote lock coming up, and then we are definitely on our way to Kidderminster. There's no more locks between Wollescote lock and Kidderminster, and we're going to stop at the Sainsbury's. If you're looking for Kidderminster on the map, it's kind of in the middle of Worcester and Birmingham, if you kind of drew a line down like that. 17 miles away from Birmingham, which is why it feels very Birmingham-esque. How interesting are these paddles? There's 2 ground paddles and then there's 2 gate paddles, and you have to literally stand on the gate to raise the paddles, which is a bit of a feat. Or you can just take your time and fill the lock slowly. It's just such a leaky lock that I have to have all the puddles open. I thought I could go and close them and just leave one open and then be on the right side, but actually it's such a leaky lock. Well, thanks for coming over and opening it.
I don't know what the delay was. This happens to me all the time when I'm at locks. I'm faffing around, waiting and waiting and waiting. Someone else turns up and pushes it with their little finger. My top tip for leaky locks is to leave all the paddles open until the door is open.
How would I ever do locks without Kath? Oh well, you live and learn. I don't know, we have encountered very little leaky locks lately, so I just wasn't thinking, I guess. Oh well, doesn't matter, doesn't hold you up too much.
I never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush. Leaves are falling down, but at least they go back. While I'm on a one-way track. Now I know what it means to grow.
Can you?
Oh. 1996 needs a new door.
The time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Yeah, it is just enough to get by.
That's our 14th boat.
What are we missing out on this that way?
What is happening back there? We are heading towards Kidderminster. Kath doesn't know this, but the Severn Valley Heritage Railway is there.
Oh really?
Yes, and you can leave from Kidderminster on a steam train.
Ooh.
I'm so excited. So we're going to moor up. We thought we'd just moor up for lunch, but actually we're going to moor up and do a little bit of research and see whether or not we can take you guys through the hedge, because that would be so good. Since we didn't go to the steam train in Llangollen, I've just been obsessing about it. And I also love a tea room on a railway station. I just think it's so romantic. I might dress 1920.
I'm yearning to reach the shore.
You've done all the driving today, okay.
It's been hard.
Was it exhausting?
I did that bit of the lock as well.
The time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Oh, now I know what it means to grow. Oh, yeah, now I know the time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Yeah, it is just enough.
You want to tell her or shall I?
Alice, I've got some bad news.
Not the collar.
No outsides today. You can look through the window. I'm still going out. Got my collar on.
Mention we've got some bad news for you.
We are moored up in Kidderminster now, and we're really excited to be going to the supermarket. Unfortunately, the supermarket is on the other side of that wall, which means there's a big car park, lots of people, very busy, so we're not going to let the cats out loose on their own whilst we're moored here.
Yeah.
Sad for them, sad for us. If you haven't already seen the video that we made with the YouTube channel Minimalist about having pets on board, click over now, I'll put the link in the description, and have a card pop up to get some tips about having cats on board and dogs on board.
You're right. So Alice is doing some posing for me because I am painting, literally painting a black cat. So I'll show you what I'm up to so far. Just the eyes at the moment. Hopefully, because this is a commission, hopefully the person gets it before the video's out, or else it'll just be a spoiler. But if you do get it, just know that this little model here has been modelling her eyes for the painting. And also because she's bored because she's not allowed out. Good girl.